Darkness in a college town. 2 a.m., then 4 a.m. A small off-campus house on King Road becomes a crime scene that will baffle investigators and haunt a nation. 4 bright lives extinguished in the night. Who walked away from that house and why? The question lingers like a shadow. What secret was being protected by silence? A cold November wind rattles bare branches. A slow push into an ordinary rental house lit only by a single street lamp. Empty shoes by the door, a coffee mug on the counter, a party poster peeling at the corner of a wall. They were students, friends, roommates. Except for the silence that followed, nothing about that night made sense. They came to campus the same way millions of students do. Classes, late-night study sessions, friends in the kitchen, playlists through phone speakers. On November 13, 2022, the house at 1122 King Road became the scene of a violent intrusion. 4 University of Idaho students lost their lives. The names, Madison, Kaylee, Xana, Ethan, would come to stand in for a place that could not be made ordinary again. What began as a frantic local investigation quickly became a high-stakes, cross-state inquiry. Phones, surveillance, DNA, each promised answers, but each also produced questions. When a suspect was arrested 6 weeks later, the world breathed, but not everyone felt relieved. For some, the arrest raised new questions. How? Why? And could anything have prevented that night? Investigators tracked signals, cell pings, vehicle sightings, surveillance footage. A knife sheath with genetic material became a central piece of the puzzle. Experts weighed in about forensic science, the limits of DNA, and the way small traces can shape a story. But if the science pointed one way, why did so many still ask, could there be more to the story? Who else knew details that nights can hide? What did those who were spared carry with them afterwards? On December 30, 2022, after a nationwide manhunt, authorities arrested a suspect. The wheels of justice turned. An indictment followed. Months of legal maneuvering, hearings, and public scrutiny laid bare the strain between evidence and narrative. In 2025, the defendant changed course, a plea that shocked communities still reeling from loss. There are convictions, and there are closures, but conviction does not fill empty rooms or erase the living's memories. Friends and families must build new lives while navigating the echoes. Motive remains a thin thread, described publicly as unknown, and that ambiguity breeds its own darkness. If the motive is unknown, the story remains unfinished. If answers are partial, how do we reconcile the human need for closure with the messy work of the law? Notebooks, unanswered text messages, and social feeds frozen in time. What would you do if you were in that town? Keep distance? Demand answers? Join the search? Who do you think is responsible, beyond the person in the dock? Circumstances, systems, or something else? Leave your thoughts below. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe to Dark Evident.